comes to real life and politics. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program, everybody. Before I get started, two things. I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers here. It's because of you that the channel is growing and hopefully will continue to grow. We're on our way to reach that 1,000 mark. And I want to say this. The person who becomes the 1,000th subscriber to Tyrone Bowman live. When we hit that 1,000 mark, the person who subscribes and become the 1,000th person, for that person, I'm going to have a very special gift for you. This is not a game. This is not, we hear this term hyperbole and all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to use that term for a minute. But this is real. So we're on our way there. We're at 883 subscribers. When we hit the 1,000 mark, whoever hits that button, make sure you send me your info in the comments section. I'm going to send you a very special gift. Now let's get on to this story. The father of an Ohio boy who's 11 years old tells Trump and Vance to stop using his son's death for political gain. Nathan Clark calls Republicans hate spewing for falsely claiming Adine Clark was murdered by a Haitian immigrant. Seriously? You mean to tell me they have stooped that low to take the unfortunate death of a child, and then turn it into a political ad, or whatever they do over there on X or Truth Social, whatever they want to call it? The father, according to The Guardian, the father of an 11-year-old boy who was killed last year when a minivan driven by an immigrant from Haiti collided with his school bus, has asked Donald Trump and J.D. Vance to stop using his son's name for political gain. Why would you even stoop that low? It's bad enough that J.D. Vance is on a tyrannical reign as a misogynist and as a chauvinist, somebody who apparently seems to hate women, and then accusing black people from Haiti of doing what? Eating dogs and cats and roaches and rats and animals. Let's just get this straight. America is a land of immigrants. Where do you think Trump and his family came from? From Germany. They migrated from Germany to America. You became an immigrant. The Italians migrated from Italy to America. They became immigrants. The Spanish people, they came from, I think some came from Spain and from Portugal. They are called immigrants. Cubans come from Cuba. They're called immigrants. The Irish people came from Ireland. They're called immigrants. There's only one group of people who were not welcome here in the United States of America, and that was my African ancestors. They were not welcomed on Robins Island in New York City. They didn't get a chance to become citizens. Why? Because they were brought here to be slaves. And slaves they were. They were raped, they were murdered, they were castrated, they were butchered, they were brutally abused, and then had a nerve to stuff a Bible down their throat on Sundays and let them off one day out of the year on Christmas. And while they're raping them, you want to tell them about Jesus and how their dirty, filthy cells need to be redeemed and all that kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that happened. And the black males were simply used for what? For breeding purposes. Send them from one plantation to another for breeding purposes. And to add insult to injury, where do you think the word stock came from? They call it stock market. Stock comes from the fact that my ancestors were traded on the open market, bought and sold as things. But this is what Trump and J.D. Vance don't want to talk about, because they want to pretend that America was a puritanical nation and that the Puritans came here. Well, you know what? One day I'm going to revisit that story and tell you the real story behind the so-called first Thanksgiving Day welcome here in America. So let's get it straight. So back to the article. During a city commission meeting on Tuesday in Springfield, Ohio, Nathan Clark, the father of Adine Clark, addressed the forum alongside his wife, Danielle. Speaking at the meeting, Clark said, quote, "I wish that my son, Adine Clark, was killed by a 60-year-old white man. I bet you never thought anyone would say something so blunt. But if that guy killed my 11-year-old son, the incessant group of hate spewing people would leave us alone," close quote, according to the Springfield News Sun. And that is a true statement. All this thing about open borders and closed borders, wasn't Trump the president for 4 years? Wasn't he the one that said that he was going to make Mexico pay for the wall and he was going to fix the border problem? Well, why didn't he fix it? No, he left it for the next president. Biden inherited a mess. The man stopped the wars in Afghanistan and he's condemned for it. The man brought the nation back from the brink of destruction from COVID and he's condemned for it. The man has fought tirelessly. Yes, he's 82 years old. He's been around for a long time, but Trump is old too. He will soon be 79 years old. It's very evident from the debate. He was incoherent, sluggish. He was all over the place. He was obliterated and destroyed by Vice President Kamala Harris. No, he did not win the debate. He lost it. We don't need a relic from the past. We're not going back. And while I'm at it, Kamala Harris supporters, you all need to start coming on my page, Tyrone Bowman Live, and start supporting your candidate and lighting the comments section up just like Trump supporters are. You all need to be doing the same thing. Support your candidate. Cheer your candidate on. I'm reading some of the comments now. Trump 2024, vote for Trump. Blah, blah, blah. Bro got the marshmallow haircut. I like that. Vote for Trump. I'll read some of them. One says Christian, one says Trump. We're going to vote for Trump, bro. Ain't no problem. I wish you better. One says MAGA. Ain't going to happen, little bro. I hear you, player. Life was blah, 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 way better under yak, 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 whatever. So that's enough reading for now. But the bottom line is this. See, I love those comments. Matter of fact, let me get some of this haterade juice. Thank you very much. I'm drinking that in your honor. Okay, so, wait a minute. This says vote for Cupcake Head 2024. I like that one too. Keep it coming. Support is a vote. What else you need? I love it. Thank y'all, man. This is making my day. I like this. You know what? I give y'all credit for speaking up for your guy. I really do. I give y'all credit for doing that. All right, now let's go back to this article. Clark went on to list politicians including Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, who he said have been using his son's name for political gain. Bernie Moreno, the Ohio Republican Senate candidate, Chip Roy, the Texas Republican representative, J.D. Vance, and Donald Trump have spoken my son's name and used his death for political gain. This needs to stop now. They can vomit all the hate they want about illegal immigrants, the border crisis, and even untrue claims about fluffy pets being ravaged and eaten by community members. However, they are not allowed, nor have they ever been allowed, to mention Adine Clark from Springfield, Ohio, said Clark. I will listen to them one more time to hear their apologies. To clear the air, my son, Adine Clark, was not murdered. He was accidentally killed by an immigrant from Haiti. This tragedy has been all over this community, the state, and even the nation. But don't spin this towards hate, he continued. And that is a fact. It was a collision. It was an accident. It was not premeditated murder. It was an accident, and that's all it was. Clark went on to say, did you know that one of the worst feelings in the world is not to be able to protect your child? Even worse, we can't protect his memory. We can't protect his memory when he's gone. Please stop the hate. Clark's comments come after the Trump campaign and Vance mentioned Adine Clark's death earlier this week amid hateful and baseless rumors surrounding the Haitian immigrant community in Springfield. In a post on X on Tuesday, Vance alluded to Clark's death by saying, quote, a child was murdered by a Haitian migrant, close quote, on X. In the same post, Vance also repeated the falsehood surrounding Haitian immigrants eating local pets, a rumor brought up again by Trump during Tuesday's debate with Kamala Harris. That's one reason why I won't vote for Trump, because of a mess like this. And he chose J.D. Vance to do his dirty work, because J.D. Vance is more bigoted and more racist and more misogynistic than Trump. So let's talk about this, J.D. Vance. I won't even call you senator because you don't deserve that term. I don't care if you are one. Let's talk about your college years and how you were a cross-dresser, dressing like a transvestite. All the photos are out there, but you don't want to talk about that, do you? But it's a stipulated fact. And you like to play girly, did you? But you hate women. Something's wrong with that picture. So let's get to the real facts. Deal with it. Meanwhile, the Trump War Room and X account used by the Trump campaign also mentioned Adine Clark, accusing Harris of refusing to say his name. Adine Clark died last August when the school bus he was riding in collided with a minivan driven by 36-year-old Herminio Joseph, a Haitian father of 4. More than 20 other students were injured in the collision, and Joseph was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and vehicular homicide in May. Joseph was sentenced to 9 to 13.5 years in prison. So in a statement to NBC on Clark's remarks, a spokesperson for Vance said that people should hold Harris and her open border policies accountable for the deaths of their children, adding the Clark family is in the senators. Whatever, Vance, you ain't praying for nobody. All right, let me address one of the my haters. I'll change my hairstyle when Trump stops combing his hair over and cut all his off. How about that? Never surrender, never quit. Right back at you.